All right. Welcome to SnowFox Show. I'm a wonderful SnowFox, and welcome back to my never-ending nightmare that is My Little Riding Champion. I think that's what it's called. I always call it Unicorn Princess 2, because it's very clearly a Unicorn Princess game. Okay, so how this goes, we're going to go and save game 1. Please remember where that is, in case I forget. So occasionally the game may crash, so we may actually have to load back into the game, so we're going to put on 1, so everyone remember that. So my record so far has been 2 crashes on my last attempt and 1 crash the one before. So hopefully I'll get 0 crashes this time, but I'll expect at least 1 crash. Otherwise, time starts on overwrite, and time to speedrun this game. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. And of note, this is actually on the PS4, not on PC, so it's going to load way slower. But it plays a little bit better on the PS4, I find. Just for consistencies, like, you know, naming your horse G and all that. Also, fun fact, that waterfall, it will be in every single loading screen. We're never going to go there. You don't go there in the game normally. I don't know why it's there. I sound energetic at the beginning of this. I'll be exhausted by the end. And mashing begins. Let's go. It's a beautiful day for parkour.
Oh, hey, this is my...
So we just have to actually learn how to play the game. It's fine. Come on.
Hello, Louis.
Hello.
There
There we go. Catch all that?
Here are some...
Okay. So welcome to my horse farm. Basically, to summarize the plot that just happened there, our uncle has died. We've now come to whatever this place is to him in order to take over it. So we're now joining a riding club, but we have no horses, so we have to go find a horse in the wild, gotta catch one, and that's how we continue the game. There's X's on the map. You don't actually have to follow them. They're taking you on a very roundabout path towards the horse. All you gotta do is run straight towards the horse. You get it, we're good. Casual reminder, we do want to go back the same way we came. So we will be going southeast. Just remember.
Hey!
I remember how to play this game. What do you mean, G?
Oh, well.
Hello, Cornelia. Lovely interaction. Met this mount horse. Come on, G. G. Come on.
You can now see the just in
Okay, we are now officially on a time section. We have basically all the time in the world to get back.
I change into a trot by using the...
This is just a nice little tutorial telling you how to play, basically telling you have several ways to actually run. So despite what you believe, we're actually not going back to the same place we were. We're going over to the place we clean them. So it's just telling us this is how you do a faster trot. Then eventually tells us how to jump.
Hey, this works great.
This is where we actually want to
I
be.
have to use this control again to ride at a fast trot. I'm sure it'll help me in competitions. So I use the...
Okay. All good.
Hey, but up. We're back.
Okay, so now our horse is real sad, so now we actually have to take care of him. So this will be one of the couple times we have to clean the horse.
You are now clean the rough dirt.
I just forget exactly how many clicks that takes. All we want to do is just do one continuous motion here, and that will get it through.
Now you can...
Next tool. He's never going to get sponge bathed again. Just... You don't actually have to. It's only for this section, because it tutorializes you. But after this, you don't actually have to do it. I'm going to fail this. Yep. It's way harder to get than it looks on the first try. It's so finicky.
Very good.
Ooh. All right. All good. Go to mark beside Frank. We can't actually mount until we do it. Horse overview. That's a horse.
What a
Over
great
the map.
map.
That's where we go. All right. Ready for some grinding? There's going to be a lot of grinding.
Hello.
Here's our other main character. Select a course.
At the moment, you're as later and the
Okay, start by doing the riding course. Get used to seeing these courses, we're going to do them a lot. Slightly screwed up there, that's fine though. So I should explain, your horse does need a specific level before going into each of the competitions. Basically for the beginner ones, it's going to be a maximum of 5, and for the later ones, it's going to be 10, then 15. There we go, got 1 level of our horse, now we're happy.
Hey!
Come back to do more of this later. Now if you just didn't see that message, it's kind of flashed top of the screen that's telling us we're done everything for the day. And now we can go home. Unfortunately, you didn't dismount on the right side, so that's my bad. I'll act like I can control these things. Come on. It doesn't look like we're saving, but we are saving every time we do that. Also, there's no way to do that otherwise. Beautiful day for parkour. First competition. Gotta go for a couple dialogue. Then we have to go here, select our outfit.
Here I put... Okay, I have to get my...
Congratulations, we're never changing from this outfit. It's so nice, why would we? Get on our horse. Should say level 3. Nope, all good? Okay, we're good. I think it may have been faster to go the other way, but whoops, that's fine. So in this game, jumping is very important, unlike the Unicorn Princess. Again, I will be referring to it a fair bit, just because it's such a similar game. Use all the same assets, it's very nearly the same game, minus the unicorns. So it's very important to keep our horse happy. There's a little happiness meter on the top. It's the heart. If that runs out, we're not able to jump anymore, and that'll be very, very, very bad, considering everything we're doing is jumping over obstacles. Just running over this guy right here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, now we gotta register our horse.
All right.
Okay, all good. We've registered our horse. Have to take the slow turn, like a little slowly, or else our horse will just kind of like... Sometimes if you don't turn slowly, our horse just will not accept the turn. And it'll just do a... Oh my god, please. I wanted to turn left. There we go, first contest. Remember, of course, we just did. We're going to do it again. And remember, as always, on all the loading screens, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You don't have to like or comment if you want, but if you want to, that'd be cool. Mainly subscribing would be super cool. Because, you know, we have all this time on loading screens. Nothing else really to do. So basically, this is one of the competitions. There's 15 in total. We'll finish all of them, and then we'll finish the game. Right? Nice, easy.
Hello, and welcome to the...
This looks familiar because we just did it. Nice little slide. That is one of the things I will not be doing throughout the entire competition. It's one of the ways to make this go faster, but it's very scary because sometimes they'll mess you up, depending on how soon you have to do it. I'll do a lot of the contest slowly because just mistakes cost more time than just doing it successfully the first time. You did see me get a couple faults in that one. For the first contest, I believe you're allowed 3 or 4 faults as long as your time's pretty fast. Next one, you're allowed like maybe 1 or 2, and then after that, it's 1 and or 0. So for now, we're doing this pretty safely. Time the match again.
Great. Well done.
All right.
You keep this up.
Don't exaggerate.
Yeah,
Thank
it-
you. Well,
Now climb on a horse, go home. That's all we have to do. It's always really funny when you run straight into. Oh, it's great. I love it. We will try to take almost the same path every time, so... Unfortunately, this is part of the entertaining part of the game. Yeah, I know that looks a little sketchy, but it does work. There we go. Did the right side this time. Nice and easy. End of another eventful day, and it's beautiful day for parkour. I will apologize just preemptively. This game's going to be a little bit boring. It's a nightmare to actually play. Yeah, it's a lot more fun to speedrun than the other one, but it's a lot more stressful. So now we're running the Martin Village. If you've seen the other game, you'll recognize the village. We take roughly the same path we do in that game. Yeah, it's going to be just a lot of kind of running straight. Hopefully not running too many things. So we actually are not taking the most direct path. We're going across the bridge, because going in water is incredibly slow. Your horse basically goes at a walking pace when it crosses into it. So going slightly out of your way to go on a bridge is a lot faster. Now we can just adjust, run around the pond, get to the horseman. We're actually not running to the horse guy first. We're actually running to... What's the other guy's name? Frank? Yeah, there's Frank and Martin. So Martin is the one we talked to basically for the quest here. Frank's the one we're going to be buying all the parkour from. So, should be all good. Almost there. And he's right up here. All good.
Hello, Louis. Well, you and by the way.
Okay, talk to Frank at the vendor. Come on, please. Horse, please, 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 please.
Hello, Luke.
Now, Frank's basically just congratulating us on our previous tournament and saying, you have no money. Why don't you make some money by doing this? So, time to do a little carriage ride. This is the dumbest carriage ride you've ever seen. We go from here, we go 5 feet up next to the statue. Of course, because we're new to this town, we of course know all of the history. So,
Walter, this.
Great.
there we go, all done. Interact again, we're gonna buy some
But to
parkour.
accommodate in the last...
We never want to buy more horses, we only want to buy parkour. Oh my god, did I screw up? Yeah, I screwed up the menu.
Thank you very much.
There we go. Now we're all done for the day, and we have our parkour, so we're happy. Now we want to go this way. We can't actually jump on top of this house. We'll try to get every now and then. Oh, we didn't get that time. That's sad. Will I lose time to jump on top of the house? Yes, I will. After you jump on top of it, you can kind of jump towards the next building, and then you just get stuck, kind of like for 30 seconds. So it's really not a good decision, but, you know, it's content. Am I walking the right way? Yeah, I am. Okay. I get slightly lost on the way back. Like, towards sounds really easy. Back, I get a little confused. But, oh well. Woo! Space, we're just going home, ending the day, and then I'll say train for however long, and that's what we're going to do. Just so this doesn't get too boring, I actually will split this up into kind of like 3 training sessions. So we will be going to level 5, to level 10, and then to level 15, I believe. And just for the sake of, I don't want to like... that the game can crash very frequently. Let's just go over where it can crash. The game can crash if it becomes night. Everything will freak out, and then the game can possibly crash. After you win a contest, the game can actually crash. I don't know why, but it does. So after I actually do the grinding, I probably will save, just to make sure we don't lose all that time, because it will lose us roughly 20 minutes if we have to do it again, which really sucks. As always, beautiful day for parkour. Let's do some more parkour. As always, there's actually not too many helpful glitches. The only thing I really find is like you can do this slide to kind of boost yourself in the races. So in the race, you can kind of like do a little slide to push yourself a little further. It's helpful for some of the courses, but not all of them. I forgot to switch the course. Whoops. This should be fine though. That's not super great. Whoops. I have to take it slightly more careful because we ran into a couple. There we go. See, it's not too bad for XP, but we can get more, so let's go change this. That's something I will forget to do a lot. There we go, change the parkour. This course is more or less the same. Just run straight at it, jump. Every time your cooldown comes off for the jump, you can jump over it. We want to take this corner a little slower because it's a little rough to go on this. Then we can just go through here, jump over, run straight through, and we're good. Successful, there's all the XP we need. And as I said, we do want kind of level 5 for this. I kind of messed up the XP a little bit, but it should be fine. Now to note, the parkour courses will be the same as what we actually have to run in the contest, so... Oh no. Oh no. Fail. That was a fail. That's just something that can sometimes happen with your horse, is sometimes it just won't go to the correct speed. Essentially you are just mashing R1 to get to max speed for some of these, and then for the ones you're trying to slow down and just jump over them. So that's an example of how going slower will save us time sometimes, if we can do it successfully, because we want to be max speed there, so we can jump straight into it. This does give us diminishing kind of XP, but like it's pretty okay for the first few levels, even some of the later ones. Yeah, but this is what we want to do for a while here. Go. As you can see, it's still like really good XP. Oh, come on. Yeah, so if you go too fast and you try to turn, your horse just will kind of do that slide. It's really awkward. Not much you can do about it. Also, occasionally, when you hit R1, like to go faster, your horse just will occasionally jump. I don't know why, but he does just occasionally jump. God's sake, we went over it. This should still be fine for the actual thing, but it's going to lose a lot of time. Nope, we lost all of them. Okay, we're just going to leave. There's no point doing it. And I'm failing the basic courses. How embarrassing. That's why we don't try to go too fast on that one. I will try to walk, usually. So we're just wasting your horse's stamina and wasting time. I figured I'd try doing it fast just once, just to see if I could do it, but it's really not easy to do. So we just kind of want to line this up, jump over, then just run straight. It always gets 2 faults, then we'll always be fine. Yeah, this is going to be basically the same course we're going to be doing in the next contest. Okay, we're fine. No faults. Just go straight through. On the actual PS4 version, I actually can't see the top of my screen or the bottom of the map. It's kind of hilarious. So I do actually have to look at the capture to see it, because that's actually uninterrupted on it. Yeah, if you're finding this entertaining, I'm glad, because we're going to be doing it a lot. This game, unfortunately, is technically an RPG, so... Almost level 5. Just make sure we adjust for that one. Yes, to any of my future, my little riding champion speedrunners, it's harder than it looks for these. But there's lots of time to be saved, so no pressure, right? Again, this is a totally normal world record, so what do you mean? It's world record pace. It's always world record pace. No matter how many times it crashes, it will be world record pace, so. You may be asking yourself, are we going to be doing this course for most of the game? Yes, we are going to be doing this course for most of the game. Because believe it or not, doing this course correctly, really fast, is actually faster than doing the ones that give us more XP. Until pretty near the end. Because there's the level 3 course that I do instead, but it's a lot harder, so. That jump's so hard to do. You have to time it so you like jump over and don't actually hit the other. Like, you can kind of walk through the fence once you've jumped, so. But here's competition 2. We actually have all the levels for the beginner courses, so we'll just do all of them until we're done. Hopefully the game doesn't crash, because we just did some grinding. Later grinding will take about 9 times of each course, and or I think 6 or so of the higher course in order to actually level, so we will save after we do all that grinding. For these ones, it's not too bad, so we just won't. Casual reminder that the loading times will actually be taken off the final time. So it doesn't matter if you're doing it on PC or if you're doing PS4. That may have screwed me over. Nope, all good. And for contests, there's no real easy way to reset it, so we will just try to make sure we do this correctly. Yep, easy contest. So usually in the actual course, if you just leave the course and then come back in, you can redo it. In the actual contest, you have to go through every single one. There's no way to reset. It's awful. Okay, just don't crash and we're good. This game is really unstable. You having fun so far? Because it's going to be mostly this for the rest of the game.
If I keep...
There we go, all done. What the message is just saying is we have like other things to do. You can do side quests, you can try to make money. There's nothing to spend money on besides parkour and horses and costumes, so we don't want any of those things. Buying a new horse, unlike the other game, doesn't actually help you because your horse has a level and the level doesn't transfer from horse to horse, which obviously that makes sense, but like even if I wanted to change my horse color, there's nothing I can really do about this at this point. It's real sad. Jump over the rock, perfectly fine. Let's see if we can get this. Nope. That's really not an easy jump. Hopefully we'll get on the get off the horse on the left side. There we go. Come on. Easy. Beautiful day for parkour.
Time for the...
Yeah, it will still do the dog being like, yep, we're ready to go. So normally that would say train to level like 4 or 5, but we're already high enough of a level, so we can just go. Get this jump. Maybe. Nope. We'll get it eventually. Yeah, we essentially are just going to do kind of sections of doing the contest and then training, and that's just what we're going to do, but then also, you know, progressing the main story. But yes, as I said, there's 3 contests in total for each one. This should be the last one for beginner, then we'll move on to intermediate. jumping does let you stop your horse immediately, so. This one I think I take a little slower than the other two. Because they start introducing these like really large hurdles, which you do kind of have to go slowly to actually jump over them.
Welcome to the last competition.
There we go. We can take the last one fast, a little slow around the corner. Should be good. Yep, so good. That course is a little more awkward than the other one, which is why we don't use it for training. Plus, we'd have to go back to town and actually buy it afterwards, because it wasn't available before. There's just a lot of really annoying things about the game. There's not too many times you actually go to town and actually get new things. Especially in between, like, the actual contests. Oh well, it's fine.
Congratulations. You've completed the first...
Believe it or not, the game doesn't really crash until the later ones, which is really annoying. But yeah, that is our best friend Cornelia. She likes to kind of come up and kind of be the Gary Oak of the game, which is kind of like a rival on the best that always wins every year. And of course, being a person that's never ridden a horse before and found one wild in the forest and have only just started because my uncle died, I'm going to beat her, obviously. For the power of training, honestly. And our friendship still, tiredness. Or seems to be happy enough, so he's not sad, so he will still jump. At about half that heart, he will stop jumping, which becomes a real problem. This, I believe, is where we do our next grinding session. Unless we do have to go, like... There's occasionally actual story things. Yeah, welcome to the club. We have to go do the race. But yeah, the first time I played this, I didn't actually notice the giant lake right beside my house. Basically what they're doing is just having us go kind of over here in order to, like... They're technically saying, oh, welcome to the club, after we've already won 3 races. I don't know why. But a riding club essentially consists of me and no one else, really. Technically, Frank, I think, is the owner or something, but, like, they really don't do anything. Yep, so far so good. Not too many major mistakes. Too many, at least. We'll consider it a major mistake, like, you know, the game crashing or just failing to actually do a course correctly, so... Yeah, the game controls a lot worse than you think it does, so, like, a lot of the turns are kind of hard. Here we go.
Hello. Well, no, sure.
Now, if they're just kind of running around this path, it counts as a quote-unquote race that we're going actually around a tiny little lake. These things actually are quite easy to miss if you don't, like, step on them, because the hitbox is kind of small. I don't think I usually miss any on this one, but, like, the one later is a lot harder. Yeah, just make sure you don't miss any of them. There we go. We are technically trying to beat his time, which is really not too hard if you don't make any mistakes. Yeah, don't want to turn too tightly or else your horse will do that little slide. There we go, congratulations. Go back and talk to him. Thank you, G, for actually doing the thing you're supposed to.
Hey!
There we go, welcome to the club, we did it, and we're done for the day. Now we need to ride kind of northeastern, which we just kind of follow the lake and run towards the X. That should take us home. Yeah, this does become a lot more time consuming near the later stages. Alright. You can see our house over there. It's basically as long as you kind of ride towards the X-ish, like where the side quests are, then you're pretty much going the right way. There we go, all done for the day. Saved, all done. And a beautiful day for parkour. Yeah, there actually is a reason we're not just doing nothing but grinding, because when it becomes night, that significantly increases the chance of our game crashing. And we don't like the game crashing, so... Alright, time to train level 10. Yep, this is the same course as the other one. So we'll be doing this pretty much till level 10 or till our horse runs out of stamina, whichever one comes first. Depending on how well we actually do the courses, the horse should not run out of stamina until about, I think it's the halfway through the game. But depending on how many mistakes we actually make on these courses. I do try to kind of get the, just, you know, it lined up. The camera does kind of autocorrect once you're selected it, but basically you want to run in straight line, because going in like zigzags is really awkward for this. As long as you can run straight, it's pretty easy. That's why like we kind of take that corner slowly, because it's more consistent. Because if you go in it, we can kind of have to do the jumps in like a kind of zigzag instead, which makes it really awkward to do. Basically because there's a cooldown when you jump, so after you jump to the air, there's like a couple seconds where you can't do anything, which makes it real rough. Yep, easy enough. Oh no, yep, screwed up a little bit. We were able to correct it, but yeah, you can see how that kind of turns bad if you like get the angle wrong. Screwed up. I have to take this slow. I think that's too many. Yep, too many. Yeah, that's just a result that sometimes that happens. I think I jumped a little too early on the other one over here. There we go. One level down. So that should be level 6, I think. Yep, now we're going to level 7. Yeah, the other strategy I think I use for one of these is just running straight through kind of that one. But, like, honestly, it just feels more consistent to do this. Because it takes, like, a fair amount of time to run to town and back to get, like, the higher level ones. So you just have to do it kind of on when you get the quest to go to town. And that doesn't happen too frequently. So, really, it's perfectly fine just to kind of do all of the grinding in, like, one little section. Yeah, as long as it doesn't turn night and we don't run out of stamina, we're pretty good. But yeah, this is just one of the cases where the other ones we would get would be slower than what we're doing currently. So we have to actually do this one slowly this time, because I knocked over one of the faults. knocked over the hurdle. But yeah, basically doing this fast, it's usually around 11 or 12 seconds if you do it really well, but I'm taking a little extra time so we don't screw it up. And that's compared to like 20, like mid-20s or like 28 seconds for like the other courses. To get basically, I think it's either double the XP or something like that. It's something that's like a very similar amount of XP. And this one just, the other one's way harder to do than this. Because believe it or not, the middle courses are actually, I find, the hardest in the game. Like the courses in the expert are really not as bad once you know the timing. But the intermediate ones are really, really hard. But yeah, it's mostly just coming down to the actual, just how wide they are really. Because the ones in the intermediate have like double wide ones, which are kind of awkward to jump over. Whereas the expert ones just kind of have walls and pools, which are really easy to jump over if you do the timing okay. Yeah, this is where the game becomes very grindy. It is really tempting to like go faster on these, because it basically is saving 2 seconds each time you do it, but like it's never worth it if you screw up, because then you lose like all the time you just did. So you take 12 seconds, but if you screw up, you lose all 12 of the seconds, so you can also potentially lose more because your horse runs out of stamina. If you do that too often, you have to, refill the horse's stamina by cleaning him. I wish this game doesn't take too long, because you just brush him once, but, Yeah, this is getting to a point where kind of you have to just get 9 of them. Yeah, my general goal is just to line that one up and run through the rest. Yeah, when it becomes nighttime, everything loves to glitch out, so that's when you become a little more likely to crash the game. Just all the speedrun tech I will be doing is just avoiding crashing the game, hopefully, and also doing this in a reasonable amount of time. Because again, the horse doesn't control well. If I can even get each one of these on the first try, I would be very happy. I guess I think even when I said occasionally just the run button will actually cause the horse to jump, which is the worst thing that can happen. So horse jumping when it's supposed to be going fast. Yeah, the XP is going relatively fast in this, so it's really not as bad as you think. Because even like doing this normally, it is pretty grindy. Because you can do the other courses, but again, they're like a lot higher variance for not much reward. Because it's essentially, like, at the end of the day, saving, like, 2 or 3 seconds, maybe. And then being incredibly risky, potentially losing 20 seconds. And a lot of times, there's no real rhyme or reason why you lose those ones. It's just your horse happened to hit it. Yeah, this one's pretty consistent, though. And you can see that extra level 1 course I did paying off here, where I haven't actually got the level. So we don't have quite enough XP. But yeah, for this is just coming down to time, really. Because your fault will give you the 10-second penalty, but if you do it fast enough, then you can get lots of faults. So that's what we're doing. We're basically taking advantage that you can get like 3 faults on this and just running through the end. Just save a little bit of time. Yeah, you see it's pretty consistently like a 14-second if we do it correctly. That's really just, this whole game is just consistency. Yeah, if I want to do that faster, I just have to keep constantly adjusting the speed, which is a little scarier, but, you know, it's faster, so we try. Yeah, doing this is a lot harder than it looks, though. Like, even for some of the easy courses. Like, it's just, that's how badly this horse likes to control. Yeah, this should be taking roughly 9 times each time per level. And that doesn't really change for most of the game, I'm pretty sure. But eventually I will try the harder course to see if we can just do it every time. If not, we'll switch back to this course because it's just, you know, the consistent way. I think the other course, basically the level 3 course does actually save you time. But again, it's significantly harder, but not like as hard as the intermediate ones. Like the level 2 courses are very hard for no particular reason. And you have to basically walk through all of them. Except I'm walking like I'm doing like the slow walk like occasionally through here. Like you have to do the entire course that way. So again, instead of taking like say 15 seconds, it could take like 30 seconds. It's like 30 seconds for twice the XP, so you're essentially getting the same XP at the end of the day. At least that's just how I see it. I haven't routed this game super well, but I've like done it enough, so it's like we can speedrun it. Okay, that's bad. 3? 3's fine. Yep. Had to do quick math there. I'm creeping up on our level here. I was hoping the actual map, not map, the camera adjusted there. Well, whoops. We got 3, so we actually have to do that one a little slower. I always feel like it gives you like less XP towards the end. Here we go. Almost level 10. Yeah, after this we probably will take 2 safety strats of making it the next day and saving. Because the last thing we want is to be nighttime, because that'll just ruin our time. That'll ruin our day. Every single flash be really hard to look at, makes everything harder, and it can potentially crash the game, so you know. Don't want to lose all of this. We also will save because after finishing the contest, we can potentially crash, which is the last thing we want to see as well, especially after grinding. So we're doing just a couple safety strats. For a lot of these contests, don't expect me to get them on the first try, but I will try to get them on the first try. So I've done them like a few times, like for each one. I kind of get the idea how to do it, because it's kind of like a rhythm. So we'll try to get them, but it's very easy to lose. So you see, even this easy course, I've done like dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of times. Like we spend half the game doing this, and I still can't do it perfectly. Yeah, it's just small inconsistencies in the controls that really screw you over. There we go. Yeah, I should take roughly 9 of these each time. The last time I tried this, I actually did way worse, which is the best. It's probably the best part about this. Because the last time I tried this, I actually did the level 1 course by mistake instead of this one. Then I realized halfway through, I'm like, oh, I've been using the wrong course. I'm like, it feels like I'm taking way too long to get all this XP. Yeah, I've attempted to kind of route this game, and there's not like too much to do besides like the grinding and things, and when to, you know, clean your horse. Yeah, this game kind of did defeat me the last time I recorded it. Then when it corrupted, I was very, very, very sad. Kind of like how your horse gets after, you know, running into the ground, jumping over hurdles. But yeah, you can actually make that turn very easily, but... Sorry, easily is the wrong word. There's no issue with turning there, just you may not... You occasionally won't line yourself up correctly, and you might miss it and have to jump back over, which you saw me do once. So that's why we're doing it the safe way from now on. Because yeah, getting not lined up for that's really awkward. Boy, I really hate having that one just level. Oh god, are we on the wrong side? I think we are. Oh no. Please. Oh god. This is probably still okay. I did pretty slow though. Unsuccessful, yep. That's what happens when you get into the wrong place. So yeah, they had to do like zigzag jumps and like for whatever reason the horse slowed down. Just everything went wrong there. Alright, so what you can do is just go full speed of this, and then like when you want to do the other one, just like slam on like the slow, and then you can actually, you know, continue as you would. We are on level 10, so we're going to save. Just make doubly sure it saves because we don't want to redo grinding. Now there's no risk of nighttime, we can just go to the next contest. Happiness should be high enough, so we should be good. Yeah, the happiness should be able to get through like half of this, but I probably will do a little earlier. Really, still to get the timing. It's not an easy jump. Yeah, that's just in case we, like, you know, successfully do this, then just the game crashes. I probably will brush my horse after this. So yes, now this is one of like the kind of really hard ones we have to do, so I will be doing it slowly.
The beginners class competitions are over.
This wasn't too bad, but again, yeah, we'll probably do a little slower. There we go. Nice and easy. Yeah, again, like that little like time loss I had from going to save, that's just for safety, because again, losing however long it took to actually grind compared to going to save is pretty negligible. It's a shame we never get to go to that waterfall. The only real places we go are like the training course, the town, and like to buy more parkour, and then just the actual contest area. But yeah, we have all the levels till the expert.
The fourth
And then we have to
competition
grind a
is
little more.
over. It's almost...
There we go. Yeah, we did that turn on the slower one, so that was like a kind of fast canter instead of actually doing the gallop. Because again, just occasionally we'll screw up. Happiness is still kind of high. It might be okay. We'll have to do it kind of soon, though. And yeah, we don't want to accidentally step in the actual course, or else we'll start and, you know, count down from 3. Yeah, that's the time you want to do, is to kind of just walk straight through the fences. Yep, and done for this day. Come on. Yeah, weirdly, that doesn't actually it will not progress unless you basically like go like enter, save, then exit. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Now, time for the next contest, because again, we've already grinded for all the levels. Yeah, the happy this is fine. We didn't fail too often, so we're doing pretty well. There we go. It's really awkward timing because it's like super late. Or not super late, super early. Sorry. It's like late jumping over it, but like, it's very confusing to explain why I say it. Because for a lot of the feelings for the rhythm, I go, oh, you have to jump over it late, but what I mean by is like how close your horse is getting to it. Like it feels like you're pushing the button late compared to jumping over it late. If that makes any sense. It's like when you jump early and late compared to like, you know, actually pushing the button early and late. I believe this is the hardest course. At least the one I find the hardest. There's one that's kind of similar to this one that's longer, but like this one I find the hardest. Ooh.
Halfway through. The first.
That's not super great. Okay. Come on. I felt the easiest part of it. That's hilarious. Okay, first try still so far. So far, so good. I've never actually had my horse run out of stamina in the contest, so I don't know if that's even possible, but if it does, that probably would soft lock you, because there's no way to leave. So that'd be really awkward. Because you have to, like, jump over the thing to actually win. So I don't know what you would do. So maybe it's just not possible. Woo.
Hello, Louisa. I didn't think you'd still be in the tournament.
Hello,
Hello, Cornelia.
And
You're delightful as always. Let's see if we can hear off our horse. Nope, she turned. Yeah, that's just Cornelia being like, oh, I'm amazed you're still in the contest. We're like, yep, we still are. The horse we found in the forest is doing pretty well. She gets a little unhappy about how successful we are, then she'll eventually try to, you know, claim that, like, the horse we have is unregistered. Which, fair in her, we found it in a forest, but, you know, we eventually have a find some paperwork, but we're all good. Okay, so we got this. Not even close. Oh, pretty good. Yeah, this is more or less what the entire game is going to be. Come on. So many basic things are just so hard to do. And it's a beautiful day for parkour.
I'm sure.
Now we have to ride the horse to the side of the house, because where else are you going to take a picture of your horse? This is for a newspaper, because we keep winning. So for some reason they want a picture of us. I'm not sure why, but they want it. There we go.
Great.
And now we ride the Frank, because we want a picture of him. Could take a picture of Martin right now, but, you know, he's not here. Yeah, this is another one of the times we go to the bridge. Yeah, we didn't really need a horse for jumping it, so again, even if we run out of stamina, we're pretty good. There's like a couple jumps that maybe would go faster if like we were to run out, but like overall we won't lose too much time. Yeah, we're getting pretty low, so we will eventually actually brush him. Our boy G is doing real good. Jump over this fence. Jump over this fence.
Hello, friend.
Yeah.
Now I have to go to where the picture needs to be taken, which is right behind us.
Great, thanks.
That wasn't glitchy, don't worry about that. Do we need any more here? I can't remember. I don't think he has any level 3s yet. Yeah, no, we're good. If we were to get level 2, this would be when we do it. Come on, horse. Nope, no parkour. How sad. Yeah, so we're just basically running to the 3 people we know, which is Martin and Frank. Martin's actually at the training course, which we're always at. And we're just taking pictures for a magazine, because, again, we're just a rising star, and they want to put us on the front cover. Then Cornelia won't really like that. She will kind of ask us to prove that we own the horse later. And that's just basically what the story's doing here. But overall, just like, you're successfully riding a horse. Good for you. Yeah, that stand was getting real low.
Hey,
There we go. Take a picture. I don't know why it goes like take the picture, then move like 2 inches back to take the picture. So he takes a picture of, she takes a picture of him, she takes a picture of us. There we go. And now we're going to go to where definitely is a real laptop and, you know, send us pictures. It's not a magazine, what do you mean? Just while we're here, we are going to go clean G. So as you saw in the tutorial, there's 3 of these that we can do. We're not going to do all of them, we're just going to do 1. He's happy. And as you notice, once we get back on, he's nice and full. Happiness, nice and high. I forget if it's called stamina or something, but I call it happiness. So, yep, here's our laptop.
Done.
Definitely a laptop. You can see it, it's definitely a laptop. And now we're done for the day. Yeah, it doesn't show it, but every time I do that, I am saving. Just I make doubly sure after, you know, important things that we do it. Practice makes perfect. That's just more training, so we move on. Yeah, because G's already high enough of a level, so. I can't remember if going behind like the actual stables is faster or not, but I usually go left there just because I find it easier. That was real bad. At least it's straight. So once again, this is one of the harder ones we have to do. Was this 6 or 7? This is 6. This is the one I actually find hard. Sorry, I said the other one was the hardest. This one I find the hardest, I believe. Because it's the like one with all the ones that it's like double jumps that are really close. Yeah, the other one was the easy version. This is the hard one. Yeah, we might need to clean the horse maybe one more time in the entire game, but overall he's pretty happy. Yeah, this one will be doing real slow.
Welcome to the lab.
Yeah, this one's pretty hard. It's way later than you think for the jumps. Because it feels like you're going to jump straight into them, but you're actually fine. Yeah, those are the things I'm talking about, is the 2 wide ones. 1 fault should be okay. I think we can maybe get 2, but 1's okay. Because again, just is a timing thing at the end of the day. Yep, all good. First try all the way through so far. Now is when we get into the copyright trouble of our horse. By copyright, I mean ownership. So Cornelia will claim that we don't really own the horse, and now we actually have to prove we own the horse. Yep, there's a crash. There you go. This is why we saved before all the things. So as I was saying, now we have to do that course again. Yeah, this is just part of running this game. Oh, it feels good, doesn't it? It feels real good. Okay, for all you counting at home, that's 1 crash. Our record for the last one was 2, and our best is 1. So that's 1. If we get 2, it's worse. If we get 1, but we're tied for the best. This game just doesn't like being played in long sessions. So we'll go to continue. For all the people asked to remember, we're on save file 1. At 1 hour 5 minutes, we're on pace still, so that's okay. Yeah, now we just have to redo basically the hardest course. That's a cool game, thank you. It will take us back to our bedroom, unfortunately. Here we go.
Well, the train...
So, second verse, same as the first. Yeah, that's just one of the annoying features of running this game. Now the real question is, should I count out like the time it takes to crash out of the whole thing? Because I don't think we should. I think it'd just be like include the crash time. Because that just seems like a really funny thing to include, right? So I don't really know what the actual rule is for adding, like if your game were to crash in the middle. Again, I don't think it's still accepted as a speedrun because it's still one session. We're still going. Really unfortunate, but you know, we're still good. Okay, now I have to really focus on this one again. That is why we save, by the way, on all of the grinding. Because, you know, you don't
Welcome
want
to
that to
the
happen.
last competition.
Okay, see if we can do a first try again. Yeah, we can't get tilted by those kind of things. Or else this game will just beat you into the ground. Yeah, this is why we invest in safety strats. You can actually speed up those ones by going a little faster, but I choose not to. And last one. And we're good. Yeah, as I said, it's usually around these ones they start crashing. Oh well. Okay, are we safe? Do we have to do it again? Yes, the worst part was like with my old capture card, it actually corrupted the 2 videos I tried doing this run because I've done this like an entire run twice before.
Louisa?
They're both pretty entertaining.
What's that?
But unfortunately, they just
Haha.
unfortunately it corrupted both of the videos, which is really sad. But this one so far is going better, so because remembered at least to do the right parkour. But yeah, this game is really prone to crashing. Like becoming night, game can crash. Actually completing a level, game can crash. It's awful. Yeah, on average it should crash at least once probably during the run. It's pretty consistent. But yeah, so this is where the legal trouble comes up, because now we've completed the contest, as I was saying earlier. So basically we just have to find a proof of ownership for our horse, submit it to the people with definitely our laptop, and then we'll be able to continue the contest. This is actually the time where we buy our new course that we'll be going on, which is, again, significantly harder, but gives us significantly more XP. And we'll be trying to do that one for pretty much the rest of the game. Yeah, so after this quest, that will be our third and final grinding session, depending on how long it actually takes. If it looks like it's going to become night, we will go to sleep. Otherwise, we'll do it till level 15, and then we'll save to make sure we don't have to redo it because of the crashes. I forget to go to the mailbox first.
And
It's an anonymous tip, because that's how we pronounce that. Now we have to go to Martin, which I definitely remember to do every single time. The last time I did this, I actually ran to Frank instead of Martin, so I had to run all the way back. It was really awkward. Yep, so Martin's right here.
Hey, Louis. Oh, no, good.
He goes, I know nothing about that. Go talk to Frank. So now we go to Frank. Ba-da-ba. Yeah, typically we want to take roughly that path to get to the bridge. Then we go to the bridge, we want to change our angle to go straight to the town of Frank. We want to go kind of on the right side of the pond, then we should be good. Because that's the path I usually take. I don't know if it's fastest, but that's what I always take. Yeah, so if you actually see the X on the map, sorry, in the map and the compass in the bottom, well, technically it's a map. So on the compass in the bottom, it shows where we're actually running to. We basically just kind of want to line up our horse with that and not run to the pond. And whatever angle we do that at is what we want to do. Just roughly like this. And this is also why we need to be able to jump, because we need to be able to jump over these fences. And here we go.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Finish the plot there. Then it goes, get back to your house. Now we go to store. Going to go to parkour. We want to buy the one level 3 one right there. Make sure we buy it. And that's all we need from here. Now I would recommend jumping over there, but all those horses technically are solid objects. Parkour. There we go. You have to do parkour at least once, or else it's not a real speedrun, you know? Yep, so we bought our parkour. Now we go back, and that's what we're going to be grinding all the time. It's roughly this angle, I believe. Yeah, the way back is a little different from the way there, because the way there you can jump over the horses. Sorry, you jump over the fence. But then basically just changing the angle from when you get there is kind of hard. So we go on a simpler path, and we try to do parkour, which loses time, but it's fun. Because you got to show glitch in the game. So yeah, we've now shown basically the 2 glitches that are even remotely useful in the game. And now we're just running back to our house in order to send it on definitely... sorry, I forgot. Basically, we ran the Frank and we said, hey, we need proof of ownership of a horse. And he goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. Here's a recipe for some sort of food. Then we're like, recipe for food? Of course, that he must have hid it somewhere here. It really doesn't make any sense, but just go with it. Right over here. That's where we find proof of ownership. We go downstairs to our laptop, which again is definitely a laptop and not a magazine. And now we're done for the day. Now next day we'll be doing the new parkour and grinding the horse. And it's a beautiful day for parkour. Come on. Oops, now we go to the mailbox. Basically, we send them an email, they send us actual mail. It's kind of weird. Yeah, because the game always like crashes, we do want to just train the horse kind of in one session, hopefully. Get 5 more levels. Don't start that course, please. Now again, this one's significantly slower, but it will basically give us more XP. And it's just good practice for, you know, the end of the game. Oh no. Yep. Oh, we didn't even jump over it. Okay. This might still be okay. I thought we jumped straight into and got a fault, which would have been really bad. So there's potential of still being able to actually complete this course. As you can see, it's way harder. Yep, success. There we go. As you can see, we got a lot of XP for that, so... yeah, it's way harder. We do go basically at like a slow trot pace. For the fences, you want... Yeah, I screwed up. Whoops. There's also basically no room for error on this, so if you hit the fault on the fence, just you start over. Yeah, you want to jump early on the... You want to push the jump button early on the fences and late on the other ones here. That was 30 faults, which I don't think we can actually finish now. Yep, unsuccessful. That's just how much riskier it is here. Yep, so this will be a very long session here. Yeah, it's a very specific rhythm. There we go. You'd think for the number of times I get better at this, but like, it's really hard. God damn it. Horse, I didn't push jump it there. See, that's literally there when I pushed R1, it jumped. So, just sometimes that happens. But you can see why sometimes I deem the other one to be faster. If you just went right consistently, it will be faster. But if you don't do it correctly, it will be way slower. You know, high risk, high reward. Because touching any of those fences, or pretty much will lose, like, the course. We do go a little faster for those long ones, just to make it more consistent. Jump. 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 Faster jump, slower, jump, nice and late, Sean over here, jump, jump, faster, jump. That's all you gotta do. Do that consistently, you get the levels faster. Unfortunately, this is the easiest of all the courses. That takes like the least time. Basically, this one gives you the most XP, and you don't have to like, you know, waste time getting the other ones. Because you kind of just go to town naturally to get this one. And it takes little enough time that it's worth doing. One's fine. Yeah, you're allowed one fault as long as you do it at a like pretty fast pace. This actually will be the next course we'll be doing for Competition 7. So we'll be well practiced for it. Yeah, this isn't even really like a visual thing anymore, it's more just a rhythm. Because visually it's kind of hard to tell where you're supposed to jump. Because just every time it feels later than you're supposed to. Yeah, so basically whatever happens first, if our horse runs out of stamina, if night happens, or we become level 15, it's just how long we're going to be doing this for. Whichever, you know, possibility happens first. So we haven't been making too many mistakes on this. I say making mistakes. Yeah, it's just like not talking and just focus. Made that jump, that's good. Yeah, this just comes down to consistency. Because again, doing the level 1 course will be slightly slower, but it's 100% consistent most of the time, compared to this, which is a lot harder, with a lot less like room for error, but gives more XP. So I usually like to go for the consistent path, but I've gotten pretty good at this one. I think on average I screw up like maybe 4 or 5 times on it. Because it does just kind of get to nerves as well. Yep, there's a screw up. Like that's just how little mistakes you can make, because you just can't hit that. If you hit it at all, then like it's a combination of the game not playing really great and also needing to do this perfectly. But yeah, see how much time you lose if you screw up, right? Yeah, for the actual walls, you want to basically do it earlier than you think, and for the hurdle kind of type things, you want to do it later than you think. Except for that one, you want to speed up and just jump straight over. Yep, this isn't going too badly so far. Yeah, I did like grinding to level 13 last time, and then I went to do the competition, and the competition crashed the game. So I had to do all this grinding again, and it sucked. Which luckily wasn't all of the grinding, but if I'm doing all the grind, I'm going to go save. Just so you know we don't lose all this progress. Oh my god, we lost 4. Great. I don't know why we ran into every single one of those, but because I did it no differently than I did the last time. Yeah, you want to take basically everything as straight on as possible. Yeah, touching like any one of these, it's just you lose. Because walls are 3 faults, which is automatic loss. You're only really allowed 1 fault on like good pace. And like every single one of those has like 4 or 5. Yeah, this is like pretty much as fast as you can take a horse through it. Just have a nice like consistent speed. Yeah, I know, watching the grinding is pretty boring. Almost 14 though, so it's only 2 levels. Yeah, it does require a lot of focus for these. Especially this wall here. It's probably the one I hit the most, I think. Followed by like these kind of like weird things here. Yeah, ever since I started like running, like if you go fast on those ones, like the 3 high ones, they're a lot easier to jump over because they're usually spaced pretty far. Otherwise, again, it's kind of awkward for the actual speed because you have to do it late. Well, you have to push the button later than you think. But yeah, this does wear our horse out a lot, so we will have to probably wash him at some point. Oh, come on. We jumped slightly early. Okay. Okay. There we go. He is getting kind of low, so I probably should go wash him. Because while doing this, if he runs out, like, just you can't jump over, and then just it wastes time. So washing him early is better than later. There we go. Come on. Stop that. Stop that. Come on. That's just a good example of how well he controls. Come on. Ah, I screwed up. Whoops. Oh no. Is there still sound for me? I think there's still sound. Because it feels like there's no sound now. It's kind of weird. Oh, whoops. My earphones did actually get unconnected. Whoops. So I couldn't actually hear. That sucked. Ah. Just immediately screw me over. Okay, come on. Come on. Just a few more. It is actually lagging a little bit too. Yeah, it's just a totally normal speedrun. We make all these mistakes in speedruns normally, don't we? Woo! Yeah, there's no reason we can't just, like, basically go full speed for both of those. Oh, not full speed, but, like, the faster canter. Because your horse basically has, like, 4 speeds, where it's, like, walk, fast, like, the trot, fast trot, then you have the, like, canter, trot, canter, fast canter, and then your actual gallop. Is the speeds your horse usually goes. So near the end there, you can do the fast trot, and usually be pretty safe, but I usually do the water one a little slower. So here, if we go, then we can go jump, then just go jump. Bad example, but you know. Yeah, this is slightly maddening. I'm sitting like cross-legged for whatever reason. It's really hurting my leg. Oh, come on. Like, it's at this point where, like, you've seen me do this, like, so many times, and now it's, like, getting, like, a little tilting. Jump. 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 Fast jump. One more to go. Yeah, pretty much everything you do to try to make your horse go faster will just really lose you time. It's just the moral of the story. So see how long this is taking? Like, this is why we save after we do this. So if we go do the competition and we, like, crash the game, then we have to do all this again. And that's just really bad. Okay, I thought I jumped a little early, but that's good. 2 might be okay. I don't think it is, but it might be. Yep. Nope. You have to get... like, that's the level of perfection we have to do. Any one of those can potentially just lose. I think we need, what, like 6 more, I think, of these? Yeah, the more I try to talk through it, just the worse I do, it seems. Because, yeah, the rhythm of it's really awkward. We're almost done. The speedrun's really tiring. Because, yeah, this is, like, pretty grindy. Unfortunately, there's no real way to, like, speed it up. You just do the course correctly. Like, technically I could do the harder courses, but again, I have to, like, you know, go to town and buy the new one. There's no real, like, natural way to do that in between this. So this is pretty much, this is okay to do. Like, the other courses are also harder and longer, so I don't really give too much more XP. Ah, I feel so bad to do this. We're almost done, though. Almost done. And that's 2. Yep. See, we jumped slightly off, so we just lose. That's what's so rough about this. This game is a lot harder than it looks. Because it's like, oh, just jump over the fence. I'm like, no, it's pretty hard. Especially doing, like, the same way consistently. It's pretty hard. Oh my god. The second you screw up, you're likely to make another mistake, so you know. Okay, let's just focus for a few of these. Almost done. Fuck's sake. Jump over the wall, please. No? As I said, this game is my own personal hell. Yeah, I do it more so on like a rhythm of how close I am compared to like anything else. There we go. A few more. But luckily after that, that's all the grinding. We just have to do these same courses one time each in the competition. Hopefully get them on the first try. It's unlikely, but hopefully. Yeah, basically when you line up there is when you kind of want to jump, because it's pretty much the right place. Yeah, basically just welcome to do the same course perfectly 27 times. It's kind of hard. You can see the appeal of doing like the level 1 course, or the second level 1 course basically. Like it gives you slightly less XP, but it's pretty consistent every single time. Compared to this nonsense where it's like if you touch any of them you lose. Unfortunately it's the fastest way of doing it, so gotta try. I don't know why the pond's like an actual like high level course here, because every time we do it, it's really easy to jump over. Like the pond, really easy. The wall is kind of awkward, but besides that, like, it's not too bad. Unless I'm mistaken, the courses after this are relatively easy to do. Because this one is actually pretty sure the hardest of the expert ones, or the most, well, the one that's like hardest because it has the like fences that have the actual like, 4 of them, which is kind of wider. But other than that, the walls and ponds aren't like the hardest obstacle, just they're very punishing. So if you accidentally touch one or do the timing wrong, you will lose pretty much automatically. But besides that, they're like not too hard to jump over. compared to like these ones right here, which are really hard to jump over. Because if there was more of that, then I would just like have an awful time. I think that's all right. There we go. Yep, so we are going to save, so in case our game crashes, we don't have to do that again. Boy, imagine if you didn't save. Imagine if you were a person that just chose not to save. That wasn't me. That didn't happen to me. It was corrupted. It never happened. I was very tilted and very despairing of this run before, but now we've gotten pretty okay at it. So here we go, our fully level G. Now all we gotta do is go win the contest, and there's a couple more of the actual like main storyline quests. But otherwise, that's all the hard parts out of the way, just the grinding. There's just no easy way to do that. So now, even if the game crashes, we'll just have to do a contest again, and that's not too bad compared to the grinding. At a very nice healthy pace, looking around maybe 2 hours 30 minutes, maybe 2 hours 50 minutes. 15, not 50. It's looking like a nice healthy pace. So every time I play this, I always think it takes 3 hours, but it doesn't. So okay, so once again, that's just the exact same course we just did. Hopefully we'll be able to do it again. We've done it like 20 times. It should be okay. All right.
Hello, and welcome to the...
Okay, same as always. I walked up so slow to that. Okay, 2. Yep, of course. So that's what happens if you fail the competition. There's no way to progress unless you just lose.
Hello.
Okay, let's try this again. I just mistimed like my jump. So far, so good. Now the easy bit. There we go. Yeah, it's very punishing. Oh, we're going to crash? Let's see. The one you really don't want to crash on is like the last, well, not the last one, the second last one, because it's pretty long. But this one's perfectly okay, because like I'm confident doing that one. Or at least confident enough to do it in 2 tries. Come on.
That was the first competition in the expert class. Just one more.
There we go. NG's cooperating, perfect. Yep, it's not too much more to do. What do we have left to do? We do have to do kind of like a lap around in the dirt, and then we have to find ingredients. And then I think there's one other thing we had to do, but I don't remember what it is. Is there something else? Because I can't remember there's something in between the competitions. Let's see. If anything, it'd be like gathering like there's only one like fetch thing left, so we should be good. There we go, 2 contests to go. This isn't the worst pace ever, so alright. I will double tap the save to make sure it saves. And it's a beautiful day for parkour. Did I forget one of those? I feel like I forgot one.
Admission to the...
Nope, just win contest. Alright. Like, is there something else? Because I don't think there is. I think it's just the race around with Cornelia. And then getting the medicine for her. Come on. Yep, so officially you don't have to do any more grinding in the game, just have to basically do the contest and win. That's a new one. And G does look like he has enough happiness, so we should be good for the rest of the game. This is actually going not too badly. I say it hasn't crashed again yet, but you know, one crash is a pretty good run. I don't know what caused the crash from here though, so. Yeah, we might even get 2 hours. That'd be really nice. SnapFox.
The penultimate competition.
Alright. This one's not too bad, if I recall. It's really long, though. Yeah, all the jumps are like a little slightly different of like rhythms. Well, not rhythms, like placements. Oh boy. That's bad. We lose. I should have gone a little faster for those two. Yeah, we didn't make it. If I do these in first try, that'd be amazing, but it's pretty unlikely. Yeah, we can just do a faster canter for the two there, just to make it a little more guaranteed. Because they're spaced far enough. Hello? It just ate my jump. I don't know what happened there. I literally pushed jump and just didn't jump.
The pet
Controls great, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually finished this one without getting at least one fault. You could literally hear me pushing the button that time, right? Okay. And safe. That one's one of the really annoying ones. That one and the second intermediate, I think, are probably my least... Or no, the first intermediate are probably my least favorite in the entire game. I had that one crash on me before I had to do that one again. I'm like, come on. Have some mercy. Game's so rough. So rough. But I'm always way less energetic on like the long speedruns that are like just boring and like just awful to play. But that's the whole reason we play this, so you know. We played My Little Riding Champion because we wanted to do a speedrun, and then we found out speedrun's
Louisa.
awful.
That was fantastic.
But,
Congratulations.
Oh,
thank you very much, Frank. We're almost done. Okay, now we just have to get the notice from the mail saying don't ride because it's going to rain. And then Cornelia decides to ride in the rain because she's dumb. Then we have to go help her horse and then do the final contest and we're done. The end approaches. And we're looking at 2 hours. That sounds good. goes a lot better when you like save when the game crashes. But one crash is a good run, dude. Come on, let's go. Come on. Yeah, we got him. Can we get on the right side? Yep, there we go. Left side, perfect. By right, I meant left. You know, the correct side. Okay. Save, save. Just double checking it's a save. End of an eventful day. And it's a beautiful day for parkour. We didn't go to the mailbox, which is dumb of me, but whatever. At this point, I don't want to do that course again, so I'd rather save. I know we have to do it like immediately after anyway, because it says don't do it tomorrow. Then we have to just go to bed. But like, you know. I'm just very scared of, you know, the game crashing. Now that's the only unique one you'll ever see in the game right there. There's those two. Every other one's the waterfall. It's kind of weird, right?
The storm is over.
We decide, of course, we need some practice by riding around a dirt path for some reason, not, you know, an actual course. I don't know why that's better practice than practicing the course we would do, but, you know. This one, unfortunately, we do actually have to follow the X's, which is deceivingly hard. Because they're kind of small and, you know, you just miss them. So if you run straight past them, it's kind of awkward. So I do occasionally go slower on the horse here. To make sure we hit them. Did that hit them? Yeah, we did. Okay, good. I was scared I missed that one for a second. Like that. Like, you see how close that was, right? It's so irritating. Sometimes you gotta go slow to go fast. And just not miss these. Because, yeah, they're actually way smaller hitboxes than you think they'd be. If it could be like the size of the whole path, it's not. It's just like a small little circle. Yeah, we're just running over to Cornelia, finding our horse is injured.
Hey, wait, my first?
Now we just ride around and collect some ingredients. They do sparkle on the ground, so they're a little easier to see. Come on. You don't just have to ride over them, you do actually have to interact with them, unfortunately.
Great.
I have to collect some flowers or something. I think they're herbs, actually. Yeah, healing herbs. Which coincidentally grow 2 feet beside like where she injured her horse. So she could have done this, you know, but I gotta do everything.
All right.
Back to Cornelia.
Here. And you're
There we go. Back to our house we go. Just make sure, yeah. I screwed this one up a lot. You kind of ride towards the lake, I believe. Come on. Because there's another house you can accidentally ride to, which is like to the right here, which I have done. Yeah, typically if you just want to like remember where it is, it's roughly towards the X and roughly a little more north. But yeah, I always want to check the map on that one just to make sure I'm not running like the complete opposite direction. So that gets pretty bad. Okay, on to the final competition. Oh, right, sorry, it's glitched out. This is a fun little glitch that happens, where after you do the quest of Cornelia, you actually cannot get off your horse. So you have to go clean your horse. You just leave that. Now get back on our horse. And hopefully that resolves the problem. Nope, still does it. So I have to do it one more time. It's a really weird problem. Might as well just actually clean them while we're at it. Yeah, essentially when we do this, we just cannot progress the game until we've done this, which is really weird. It's basically a glitch kind of lower into the ground, so you can't really interact with anything. We're still doing it? Of course we're still doing it. That's great. Come on. This is the solution I know to do it, so hopefully you just walk home. I think it'll work now. I can also, even if like it's not, I can show you what happens. Just walk up. Actually, we got in the house. Might be okay. Yeah, that's what happens though. You just can't progress. It's really just the most awkward thing that can happen. Come on. Yeah, this is the fix I know of it. It's just kind of like getting off your horse here, clean it, and hope it like puts you in the right place. Yeah, every time we like can't get off a horse, it's just that's what's happening here. Let's see what else we can do here. Just do it twice to make sure it works. This is the most awkward part of the game, is getting stuck on this. Are we good? I can't tell. Like, occasionally you're like lower in the ground than usual, but like, yeah, I think we're maybe okay. There we go. It's the weirdest glitch, right? I don't know. Like, it always happens after Cornelia's quest. You just have to keep doing that until it eventually works. Time for the final one. Time will be on the celebration, in case everyone's wondering. Which of course means we can crash, which is awful, but... Yep, time to ride to the final one. It's been fun, G. The last one, if I'm not mistaken, is actually easier than the one we just did. It's really weird difficulty curve. Or maybe just, you know, my own preference for what, like, is difficult or not. Yep, it's been no times nighttime, so you haven't had to see that awful flashing, you haven't seen glitch out. But overall, pretty good. Now we'll see how many times this takes. Hopefully it takes no more than 2 tries. And here's the finals.
Welcome to the grand final.
Alright, G. Last one. This one's not too bad. The kind of long one there is the real problem. That's probably okay. Yep, there we go. New champion. If we don't crash, then we're done. This game's an unstable like little mess, isn't it? My little riding champion. Nope, it's a little just unstable mess. Load, load, load. Congratulations, let's have a party. And time's on the party. Anytime now, game.
Congratulations, Louisa. You were outstanding.
Thank you, Cornelia. I'm glad. Thank you.
Congratulations. There we go. And it's a beautiful day for parkour. There we go. Completed all tasks. You're done. There you go. Do time on that. Nice and easy. Game saved. And that's been My Little Writing Champion. That's our actual new world record speedrun. Woo! Uncontested. it was an okay run. But anyways, yes, that's been My Little Writing Champion. And we're done. Awesome. Subscribe to SnowFox Show. And make sure if you want to... We did actually do a full playthrough of the game, so if you want to see my first reaction, you can go watch that as well. There should be a nice little playlist for it, and check it out sometime. Right, anyways, this has been SnowFox Show by AWonderfulSnowFox, and we're done. Woo!